This is Soumya. So I'm going to explain you my web technology lab experiment. It's related to JavaScript, timer functions and objects. Timer functions are nothing but set interval, which these are the functions which displays the or repeats the body whatever you give inside the functions after some seconds. The syntax for that is like set interval and the function name what you want to execute repeatedly, and the time in, in milliseconds, how many seconds you want, and that gives the value. So we'll go to the codes here, and we should write a JavaScript code to display the digital clock. This is nothing but we'll do that code now. Here is the code. Just we'll type the digital clock, and we'll give one ID is equals to time for in body tag. And in script tag, how we write scripting, we will use a script tag. Script tag you use function display. We declare the functions in script as like a function and the function name. Then we'll get time using a variable var, using var d is equals to new date. Date function is used to get the current date. And how to extract this hour, minutes and seconds are using this function using the date variable. Date d dot get hours, d dot get minutes and d dot get seconds are used to extract the minutes, hours, and seconds. Then that will create one more variable here to add all the values, and then use document dot get element id time dot inner html is equals to t, and then and this is the function how we extract the values, and we'll add in the t and we'll display the values on the screen using get element by id time. Time is the id what you gave in the style sheet. You'll display it on the screen. Then how we call these functions is using the set interval. They ask to display it for the every second, so we use set interval, and displays the function what we have created here. And we use thousand, that is 1 millisecond, 1 second. And then this is the code here. We'll just run this code now. Yeah, here we got an output like 14. For every second the function is called, and it's changing the value 56, 57, 58, 59, so on. We'll go to the next coding. So just ask to do the dynamic background. Dynamic background is same. We use the same interval, how many seconds you want, by how many seconds you want to change the background of the web page, use that. And here is the coding. We use a function bg color, and we use red, blue and green. These are basic colors. You calculate the values, and for every second the values get changed and it gets stored in color. And then now we are using a document dot get element by tag name body. So we are going to change the background for the whole body, whole web page. So we use the tag name as body, and then we'll change the color like color, whatever color for every second or what limits of the time whatever you have given, the value get changed. So you use color here, and then we use again the set interval. We use the function name and minutes, how many seconds you want to change the background. I'll just run this. So every 2 seconds the background is getting changed. There's a random background is coming, it's generating and it's getting changed. And okay, we'll go to the next one. Next coding is here they asked to change the font size whenever we move to that sentence. So use the functions here. We use two functions here, increment size and the decrement size, and we have created a ID like paragraph ID. P ID is equals to PARA1, and on mouse over is equals to, when mouse is over that paragraph tag, then increment size function is called, and on mouse out, then decrement size is called, function is called. In the decrement size, increment size, we have called the ID, and we use the font size like 1 or 2 pixel. And for the decrement, when you move the mouse down, then some font size should be changed, so we use like 52 pixel here. Run this. Yeah, now the size is this much. Now we'll go to the thing, it's get moving. When we move a mouse away from the paragraph, it's the same. When I'm moving closer, it's becoming bigger. Moving out, when it's becoming larger. Next question is this asked to use a car animation. So we'll go to the animation one. We start the, here we use some function move, right? So we use an we'll create an object, and then you call this one by my image. You just give some image, you call that image, this image object, and give the position like relative, and the left as 0. You'll paste the image at the corner of the web page. Then you call the function here. So when function is called, it moves front. When then that give clear timeout and animate 0 pixel. When window on load, when window gets loaded, then you will just have init. We'll run this code now. The normal picture will just, everything will come, and when you click start on this, then the car will move. When you stop again, it should come to the initial stage where you gave left is equal to 0 pixel. You move, it will be moving. Stop, it gets come for the next thing. The next question they just gave is have register numbers of someone's. So it's an create an array of objects. Creating an array of objects, nothing but we'll see here. This is the student, where student, and we are creating an array of objects. This is the syntax of is like you create array of an object like name and one more name and so on here. For creating that, then just use a for loop, and then just give the condition like student.i. Student is an object, and you use an array here. If you give 0, then the first values whatever are there in the 0 will get displayed. So when it's less than 1990, date of birth is less than 1990, then that they displays all the values whatever are there less than 1990. And if it is greater than 1990, then you get the values of the same thing. We'll just run this. Okay, student before 1990s, then you got some values here. Student before, after 1990, you got the values like 1985 is less than 1990, so you got the values. These two came in this, and thus you print execute the array of an objects in JavaScript. Thank you.